Churn, baby, churn. Ooh, ooh. I don't know if that's how the song actually goes. So what's up, guys? It's Frankie here. We're going to be talking about churn in your agency and where it comes from and how to get rid of it so that you guys can actually have clients when you sign them who stay and are happy about it and pay you a long time and mostly leave you alone and just let you be. So let's get into it. Oh, by the way, a couple of you guys have asked me a little bit about that intro. That's a little just guitar riff that I made, so if you hate it, it's like hating on my baby. That's all right. Different strokes for different folks. So I know a couple of you guys have messaged me and telling me you guys are dealing with churn right now, which means like you're signing clients, but they're staying 3 to 4 months, less than that. And when you do this, obviously you know this in your agency, it's 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. And what ends up happening is every 3 months you got to sell and you got to hustle and you got to do the proposals and you got to chase. And like, so you constantly have this uphill sales job to fill it. And what ends up happening, I compare that, by the way, that whole thing to like, your sales are like the engine, right? So if you put an engine on a boulder, it will fly in the air if you put a big enough engine. But as soon as you stop the gas, falls back to the ground. That's what churn looks like. And an agency, by the way, that has solved this churn problem, so most of our mastermind members have told me they're keeping people at least a year plus 2 years. So I want you to imagine instead of staying 3 months, they're staying 24 months. How much happier would that make you, by the way? I bet you'd be as happy as this guy when he hears this news.
I am sick and tired of these tears, and I'm not gonna cry anymore because I'm fed up and I'm pissed off.
We don't have no bed. He barely have diapers. I take care of my kid by myself.
Sabrina's the type of girl that sleeps around, so I know I ain't the daddy.
Here he is, Andrew. Andrew, come on. When it comes to 4-month-old Danye, Andrew, you are not the father.
Bring it back now. Bring it back now.
What a crazy little video. I actually grew up on Maury Povich, and that's crazy. I told you, Maury, he ain't even look like me, Maury. That was a lot of our childhood, being raised by TV in the ghetto. So how do you get rid of this systemic churn so that you can actually have people stay? I'll tell you, there's 2 reasons that churn is happening in your agency. Reason number 1 is you're just not getting anybody any results. Like if they're hiring you to do SEO and you never get them to number 1, you never get them up there, they never get more traffic, like you can't keep clients like that. But I'll tell you, most of you guys out there, at least some of the time, generate results for people, and that's not why people leave. And I've actually had this. If you've ever had it happen to you, you can confirm how sucky this is when a client leaves after you've gotten them like 10 to 1 on their money, or 20 to 1, or 5 to 1, or even 2 to 1, right? Like you're generating them business and it's profitable and they don't stay, and it's kind of like, what the fuck just happened? I did a good job. And the biggest reason people don't stay is the client experience, which has everything to do with, really, that can be broken up into a couple of little subcategories, and one of those is your communication, by the way. And I would say, especially in the beginning, when you get a new client, one of the simplest things you can do is over communicate. Like they're the most unsure about that relationship. They don't know if you're the real deal and they've been burned a lot in the past. So the more you just let them know, even little basic things. Hey, we installed the Pixel today. We did this. Just letting you know. Just keeping you updated. Nothing you need to... Just that they know you didn't just take their money and disappear to an island somewhere will bring them great comfort. Second thing is the little touches you do above and beyond. So I'll give you an easy, low-hanging fruit. We sign a new client. First thing we do is send an edible arrangement for chocolate salted caramel apple and a big welcome note. And that usually arrives within hours of them signing up. And instead of feeling like, signing up with us is this drudgery, boring, give me your logins kind of process, they're like, holy shit, this is cool. And they feel appreciated and they feel their business is wanted. And then the third piece of that we've talked a lot about here, but I don't think you can hear this topic enough, is setting expectations. Because By the way, we often assume that clients are in our world, that they're thinking about ads. By the way, we've got a bunch of cool little fruit trees here. Just thought I'd show you guys that. A little distraction, a little ADD. They often aren't in our world. They're not looking at click-through rates. They don't know a $4 Facebook lead is a good price for a webinar. So you set those expectations. And a lawyer, by the way, explained this to me brilliantly. He said, if I tell a client I think I'm going to get them 15 grand and we get 10, then he tells me I'm the biggest idiot in the world. And if I tell a client that I think I can get you 10 grand and we end up getting 20 or 15 or whatever, but more than that, they go, oh my God, my lawyer's a genius. Well, I was only supposed to get 10, but he got me 15. And all of that is just expectations. So there's 4 key areas of expectations, if you've never heard me say this. Results, like what are you going to measurably achieve? Time, how long is that going to take? Cost, and communication, how are we going to talk about it? And the more you set expectations on those, what you want to do is set expectations lower than what you're going to actually do. It's such an easy thing to do. Like if you think you're running a Facebook ad and you think a $10 webinar registration is a good, decent price in a competitive niche, tell them 15. Tell them 20. Say, I think by the end of 3 months, we can get you $15 webinar registrations. And that'll make your whole funnel work. Am I in the weird light thing going on again? There we go. Let's try going this way. I got to pace when I talk to you guys in case you're wondering about that. So the more you set expectations so that you can exceed them and do that consistently, the more clients will think, hey, this guy's kicking ass. So if I say, hey, I'm going to send you a report at the end of the month, and then I reach out 5 times just to let you know, oh, that's extra, that's gravy. And by the way, all of this can be set up and scripted in advance. So you don't have to be like this master communicator. Just think about what you want to say to clients ahead of time and then say it. And it'll be amazing. Hold on, I got a bunch of people coming here to say hello. And let's call that the end of the video. So may the force be with you, and subscribe if you haven't already.